A few weeks ago on the Customizing Culture podcast, Chris and I were trying to estimate about how much money an Etsy seller was making on each sale. Now in the comments on that video and on our social media, some people were saying that my math was off. Now look, I've never claimed to be a mathematician, but I honestly thought I had everything covered. Now I don't mind being wrong, but I really don't like sharing bad information. So I went on a quest to get the exact numbers, and I'm happy to share that info with you in this video. Now, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, or you just want a little more context, please go check out episode 8 of the Customizing Culture podcast, which is linked below. We start talking about Etsy a little after the 18-minute mark. Now, guessing got me in trouble in the first place, so I didn't want to do any guessing here. I have SKUs and item numbers for all the supplies we used. The only estimation in these figures is going to be the amount of ink used, which I'm very confident is an overestimate. For these figures, I assume that the Etsy shop sells and ships several orders a week. This justifies the scale of materials that would need to be purchased to get our pricing. I also assume that this seller is set up with a wholesale account to avoid paying sales tax on their supply items. So how do we get the exact numbers? The right way. I started a brand new Etsy shop. I mocked up a sample mug and listed it. Because I had a deadline for this video, I couldn't exactly wait around for a sale, so I grabbed my boss's company card and I bought a mug on his behalf. You're welcome, by the way. Here's the receipt. Now you can see that the order total was $20.09, $14 for the mug, $5 for shipping, and $1.09 for sales tax. Now on Etsy, the sales tax never passes through the seller's hands. Etsy collects and remits sales tax for you automatically, which is actually very helpful. So as a seller, when I see this transaction, I see $19, not $20.09. So 19 bucks for one mug sounds pretty cool, but let's see how much of those buckaroos actually ended up in my pocket. We're gonna take an itemized look at what went into making this mug. Our blank mug was $1.81. Sublimation paper was 16 cents. We're gonna overestimate our ink use at a quarter, and roughly 2 cents worth of heat tape. That brings our cost of raw materials to $2.24. Not bad, huh? So how much does it actually cost to ship this bad boy? This is the biggest expense by far. For this example, I intentionally underpriced my shipping. This is a very common practice for e-commerce businesses. There's something that happens in people's brains that doesn't let them pay a lot for shipping. Most people would rather pay $14 for a mug with $5 shipping than $10 for a mug with $9 shipping. It's the exact same price and product in the end, but sometimes you have to help your customers over some mental hurdles to close the sale. As long as you're using your own shipping service, you'll collect the whole shipping fee on Etsy. Let's take a look at my shipping expenses. 37 cents for a box, a quarter for the bubble wrap. I got about 6 cents worth of packing tape here, with about another 6 cents for my shipping label, and about 4 cents of paper and ink to print out my packing slip. Now that's only 78 cents so far. The kicker is the actual postage. Now, I shipped this using a 6x6x6 box that ended up weighing about 1 pound, 2 ounces or so. To ship from 91744 to 92831 cost $7.39. So my shipping expenses are now $8.17, not counting the time or the gas to drop this thing off at the post office. Now on a side note, I charged a flat $5 fee for shipping. To ship this mug from 91744 to Boston 02134 would have cost $10.12. That would have been $3 more off my profit. So obviously I went too low on my flat shipping cost for this example. Because many customers would hesitate to pay 10 bucks in shipping, I'd probably end up charging around $7 or $8 as the flat shipping rate for this mug in the future. But this is not a mug pricing video. This is a how much does Etsy make video. Which brings us to, what does Etsy actually take from each order? Let's take a look. Now Etsy charges 20 cents just to list an item. So whether it sells or not, you're paying 20 cents. And that's 20 cents per listing per sale. So if you want to sell another one of these mugs to somebody else, that's 20 cents for that sale too. Now there's also a 6.5% transaction fee. For this sale, that ended up being $1.24. This is Etsy's commission for providing a platform to sell this mug. And finally, for using Etsy's payment processing system, you're gonna pay 3% plus 25 cents per sale. For this sale, that's 85 cents, bringing all of our Etsy fees to $2.29. For this specific sale, that's around 12% of the product subtotal. Must be nice to be Etsy. So with all of these numbers in mind, let's do the final tally. Our product price is $14. The shipping price is $5. Minus sales tax, which goes straight to Uncle Sam from Etsy, that's $19, leaving my boss's wallet and headed my way. Then we have $224 in raw materials, $817 in shipping expenses, and $229 in Etsy fees. This brings my net profit to, drumroll, $6.30 profit on this sale. Now I'm gonna be real, I'm not super excited about having to power up my heat press, my printer, and go through the whole process for just $6. But what if I had 10 orders? $63 sounds much better. Also, the average time spent per mug is gonna go way down when you print in batches. So to do 10 mugs would take me about an hour at a normal pace. So 10 orders, I'm making $63 an hour. In my opinion, Etsy success is gonna be a numbers game. You wanna get as many orders as possible so you could fulfill in batches to maximize your efficiency and profit. When you get more orders, you could purchase materials at a greater scale, further reducing the overhead per sale and increasing your margins. This video is about how much you actually make on a mug when you sell through Etsy. But I recognize that this is the internet, so there are gonna be some questions and even complaints about the price point we use for this example. At $14, we're actually near the lower end of what we can and should be charging for this mug. See, it's nice. Now we could realistically get orders at $16 or more. So if you're not happy making $6.30 per mug, then just charge more. Our sales manager here told me something the other day that I loved. He said, the mug is just the medium. What you're selling is the artwork. So for a coffee mug, sure, $14 might seem high, but it's not just a coffee mug. This is a super cool mug with a unique graphic, a fun, clever saying on it. So you shouldn't have a problem with a higher price point if your artwork is good. There are a few other ways to increase the margins on each sale, however. An easy thing to do is to just use a nicer, larger, or more interesting mug. Now, I'm a big fan of the 15-ounce Orca mugs with the black handle and inside. These cost almost $2 more than a plain white 11-ounce Subcraft mug, but I could charge at least $3 to $5 more per finished product. And don't forget, customization is worth a few extra bucks too. Lastly, you could just be faster. Next business day shipping is very valuable, especially because most Etsy sellers take about 3+ business days just to ship. And that's it. That's how much Etsy takes per order and how much you would make selling a similar product at a similar price. So what do you think about this? Is Etsy overcharging for the service they provide? Is it a fair price for the benefit of selling on their huge platform? What are some things that you would do differently to make more money per sale? Let me know in the comments, and of course, for all your sublimation, heat press, and supply needs, be sure to visit heatpressnation.com.